Hello there, you childish Gambinos and delicious Al Pacinos. Welcome back to my room. It's time for another episode of Draw With Mikey, episode 74. How are you doing, guys? Bloody well, I hope. For those of you not in the know, this is the casual midweek series, swear word alert, spoiler alert, unedited, unfiltered and raw. We talk about whatever. It's my opportunity to go through the comments section, read through what you've got to say. It's our way of having a catch up whilst I happen to be filling whatever in a sketchbook or working on whatever art projects. At the moment, what you're probably seeing is the fact that I recently did a live stream on the old Twitch where I was just doing some relatively quick, because I draw actually incredibly slowly, studies of Geralt from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which was nice. We had a go at a couple different images. I wanted to have a go at a happy Geralt and a thinking, tracking Geralt, and then a chibi version as the time-lapse goes on. And in the meantime, of course, you can listen to me catch up with you. So, oh my god, the very first comment in the comments list in this video is all in some kind of Cyrillic, which I cannot read. But basically you say, when are you going to make a tutorial? Just asking, well, what looks vaguely like Gal van Nonskishit Provnik. We've already done two already for 2018. I've done some back to basics tutorials, which isn't for everybody, because mostly what I do are the anime and more general art tutorials on here, but there's been a lot of conversation about making sure we've got our bases covered, making sure that everyone's got those core basic skills. So I just wanted to pop out a couple. I've got a few more in mind. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all of them back to back. I'm going to keep it mixed up in this channel, so keep an eye out for what happens this weekend. But I did want to make sure that we had some kind of resource, because it is still available on loads of other people's channels and videos, but I wanted there to be something here on mikeymegamega that helped just kind of get people through those very first steps if they want to get into the drawing. But of course, excuse me, anime stuff to follow. Kaz Gaming says, why are your female characters so goddamn thick? Kaz Gaming, why not? And Crazy Boy Brown Boy says, how do you keep your sketchbook drawing so clean? Might stay clean for a day or two at most. Crazy Boy Brown Boy, when I'm working in the sketchbook, I tend to use a pen a lot now. I work in a lot with ink, with a Mitsubishi extra fine nib Uniball pen, and that means that I don't have to worry about smudges. When I sit down in my sketchbook and I work with pencils, especially when I get like darker pencils, 4 to 6Bs, and like really work on a piece, if I don't cover that, like coat that thing in hairspray to really like lock down that layer, then yeah, a week later I'll open that sketchbook page and it's just a grey smudge. Like all of my artwork and what I've done is lost. So what I try to do is work on a sketch, spray it down, try to get it solid, and then to be honest, you got to try to scan it in. It's really sad because those sketchbook pages, they shift and they rub together, and boom, your delicious artwork, all of that crispness, it disappears. I don't know, it's magic. It's a bad kind of magic though. So yeah, you've got to make sure you spray your artwork, spray your pets, spray your art. That's Mikey 2K18. Snake Eater 871 says, I love your stuff, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I love your stuff, man. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Brother, there we go. Oh, listen to me, brother. Sorry, WWE flashbacks. Snake Eater, thank you very much. I will do. Last episode, I was just working on more pictures of our OCLs, Victoria on a top, and creating like a character reference of her. So like, not like a final art piece at all, but a fairly thickly lined, stylized, standing picture where with this character I could change the outfits if ever I have other designs in mind. Something that you can kind of reference back to. How often I'll go back to it, I doubt I'll ever, probably never will, because it's just a time thing. We've always got to move forward, but I wanted to have something and have a go at an idea of a really clear layerized thing, because that's something I tend to do sometimes in the January. And also, it's probably about time I did another Tsunade Senju fan art from Naruto, old big boob Tsunade, because I've done about 4 of them, like almost every like 8 or 9 months I do another one. So now's probably something that I'll probably get. Oh, shall I fit that in for Saturday? Oh no, I think I should probably do something involving The Witcher, because I'm really getting into that video game. Maybe what was her name? The raven-haired lady, Yasandra? Anyway, we'll see. I'll do a live stream on Twitch and we'll see how that goes. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. The XMW15 says, is it bad because I'm only here because I thought it was about D&D? Dude, somebody else has mentioned that they looked at my OC Elves, or at least the blonde one, and said it reminded them of a Dungeons and Dragons character. But who? I'm going to... I should have done this. This is the thing. This is the unedited casual thing. So I don't prep anything. I just read through your comments. That's part of the fun of it. It's saying hello. I bloody love seeing what's going on with you guys, because I don't always have the opportunity anymore to catch every comment on every video. So this is a great place to be for the sake of actually seeing what's going on. Dungeons and Dragons, but basically it's my way of saying I don't pre-plan any of this, so I should have read these comments first and had all this referent images. That's not who I am. So let's go Dungeons and Dragons, elf, blonde. I'm just popping that into a Google image search. Loads of male elves. Yeah, there's a couple on here that are kind of cute. Oh, I reckon I'm looking at some Tsukimi-chan art as well, actually, that's coming up in these search results. Yeah, nothing looks immediately like the character that I've done, but I know what you mean in terms of there's quite a few similarities. Somebody was saying it reminded them of something else. Oh, Record of Lodos War. That was it. Let's have a look. Who is the elf in that? Because I think that might be a genuine... Oh, she's got silver hair, the elf in Lodos War. Oh, there is a blonde-haired one, but she looks a bit smarmier. Oh, man, I need to watch this anime again. Oh, I need to come back to this. I wonder if there's a manga behind it. Oh, I'm leaving that tab open. Normally, this is a great way for me to listen to your suggestions and steal your delicious ideas, and I always put it in a new tab to look at afterwards. Now I'm just tabbing for myself. Tab and dab. What was it? Spade and spade? No, wait. Spray and spray, tab and dab. These are all my knowledge banks for you guys. Milo Fouche says, yeah, glad your second channel is back. Thank you very much, good sir. For those of you not in the know or just dip in and out, welcome, welcome. Oh, text message. My second channel, Mega 2, got taken down by just some arsehole who was flagging it on YouTube's behalf. And then they put it back up and everything's fine. So I was just like, oh, it's just a reminder. I said this in the last... Fuck, I said this last week, right? I said it's just a reminder that YouTube is actually a really fucking difficult place sometimes for new creators, people trying to start out. And I thought to myself, well, I'm glad that little bit of just bullshit is over, on with my life. Now, of course, what's happened? YouTube have set up these new things where they've demonetized all of the smaller channels on YouTube, which they say helps fight spam and people taking advantage of the system. Hashtag... Yeah, but you still put Logan Paul's apology video as #1 on trending, so his channel growth is absurdly great, even though it's off of the back of something horrible. You're still rewarding bad people, you idiots. But not to get too locked into a very, very old conversational topic right now. Yeah, I maybe just think, oh shit, so again, like, it's another thing where now, like, you have to be passionate. I guess what they're hoping for is that you need at least 10,000 views if you want to be a monetized channel anyway. But, for example, I've got another channel, Mikey Whitehead, which is just a vlog channel, which is just where I put up the odd video of some things, mostly for me and my friends when we go on holiday and stuff. Which, to be fair, I haven't even logged into that channel for a really long time. It's just a backup that sits there. And that got set up and monetized ages ago. Like, it was all fine. So I got an email from YouTube saying they demonetized that one because it wasn't meeting their minimum thresholds anymore. It hasn't had, like, enough views in the space of a year and stuff. So it's not just that they're now making it more difficult for new people to come in. They're demonetizing people who were earning previously. So it's a bit of a bugger for you poor, like, fucking upstarters out there. So anyway, I think the assumption is, excuse me, I've had a cup of tea and I've had some dinner. So now instead of a cup of tea, I'm already on the old rum and coke. Don't worry, I'm not drunk. I barely started it. But now it basically means, I guess, from their perspective, people who are just making a really quick YouTube account and uploading some horrible bullshit video for the sake of views and quick money won't be able to do that. So if it filters them out, then people who are going to commit to YouTube or commit to video making to the point where they know they're not getting any revenue back for their first 10,000 views and so on until they finally get the ball rolling, in theory for YouTube means only really passionate people who are really into what they're doing are going to do it. But who knows how it goes. YouTube is famous amongst creators. Like, a lot of people will just turn up. If you're just a viewer of YouTube, this sounds really weird, but if you just every now and then watch videos on YouTube, you'll probably never even notice the difference. Excuse me. Seems we're going on a little rant time. But if you know anything about trying to upload videos to YouTube, being any kind of content creator, or if you are like a bit of a diehard fan, like the hashtag hardcore crewers over here, and you regularly watch someone's videos, you'll probably start to notice that every now and then, whatever their content is, sometimes they talk about YouTube itself. And that YouTube is famous for overreacting, leaning too hard the other way when something goes wrong. So like, you know, the adpocalypse thing was off the back of advertising revenue getting pulled, so then like it just fucked everyone and basically harming a lot of their content creators, as it basically they rock the boat so far one way and they go, oh no, we've created more problems, and then they rock the boat really far the other way and create a completely different set of problems, and the rest of us are like grabbing onto the deck of a boat just like, for fuck's sakes, would you just stop fucking us in the arse, YouTube, please. Anyway, and also, like I have a special kind of, lots of people do, but I've got a special setting on my channel in terms of YouTube's algorithm, where now the majority of my videos, YouTube will downplay them, and it will reduce how much promotions on any of my videos. So like, they won't push my videos up like people's suggested lists and stuff like that, even those who follow me, as much as they used to as part of the adpocalypse, because all of it's flagged as being possibly, like, you know, not safe for work, even though none of it is. But that possibly, as far as YouTube concerned, is enough of them to play it safe. So yeah, like you'll see me as a general rule of thumb, like lower down in suggested things and a homepage and trending tabs and other suggested feeds. I've still got a few older drawing tutorial videos which push out of that threshold, but fuck me, that algorithm's just going out there and it's just getting its thumb and it's just sticking its thumb all up in your business. That turned into an absolute rant. Well, I do apologise, guys, because ranting's not fun. And I'm sure if you guys follow any YouTubers, you've got a fair pitch of it. YouTube is a great place to reach an audience, but YouTube is a difficult thing where you get the feeling that it's applying its rules very unevenly. It's rewarding people doing horrible things because those horrible things get views, whereas the rest of the content creators are just trying to, like, you know, fucking do stuff, just trying to like help people to draw, for example. But fucking hell, they give you a tough time. Anyway, this is one of a myriad of reasons why I'm kind of trying to expand what I'm up to and also hang out on Twitch a lot, because putting all of your eggs in a YouTube basket, I think, is not a particularly great idea these days. I'm not sure what the future holds. Juan A says, vai estar mais brasileiros aqui embora loto de per aqui. De biar aqui. I don't know what that means, Juan A. Shall I put it into a translation tool? Control C. I feel like I really went on a side rant of basically my channel coming back, but what I meant to say was that it's tough for new creators, and it's tougher again for new creators again. Google translate, enter text. There are more Brazilians here, huh? Bora bora here. Oh, I see. Awesome. Tudo bem. Excellent. Thank you very much for popping along. People welcome from all over the world. In fact, there's a little question that I'm just curiosity. Like, I know a lot of the people who follow along here from the States. Welcome, welcome. If you're from the States, what... wait. I was just like, wait, what's the word? And I've already used it. If you're from the States, what state are you in? If you're from the USA or America, there we go. What state are you from? And if you're from the rest of the world, what country are you from? What country are you listening to / watching this DWM from? Mikey's just curious. There's nothing good going to come out of the back of this. Oh, I'll tell you something good that will come out. More giveaways. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm barely reading your comments. I've had a long day. So I'm just like so shattered from work, and my car's fucked, by the way. So I've just been dealing a lot with that. And now I'm just like, oh, let's fucking catch up on YouTube and see what's going on with you lovely lot. And instead, I'm just all over the boat. I really do apologise. But that is, I've always got a disclaimer on here. This is a rough and ready midweek series where whatever. Anyway. Yeah, where in the world are you guys from? That would be fucking cool to know. And yeah, there's more giveaways going on in the channel. That's what I was saying. We've got some more stuff to give away soonish. Watch this space. It's nice doing that. I like that. Peyton Sand says, wow, how does this lady stand up with that chest in high heels? Don't touch the hooks, me boy. Peyton Sand, yeah. You'll notice in that last DWM of that elf character sheet, I did give her feet / merging into high heels like a cheap plastic knockoff doll, which isn't how I view women at all, but yeah, she's got some big uns. So she does need to have a big, like, ropey, strong back, basically, this character, but we've never drawn her from behind, so you never know, she probably does. Might even have a cheeky tattoo that you wouldn't expect on such a character, but we'll see what we do with our OC characters as time goes on. Can't keep drawing them all the time, but I did use the Danny character, or a variation of the haircut on a Danny character. Wasn't quite the same design, to be fair, but I did use that as a design base for doing another tablet review, which was out just the other day. D. Charmanders says, Mikey, I love just putting on your long videos and listening whilst I draw, so kind of like how you talked about how your favourite YouTube channels to listen to, you're one of mine. D. Charmanders, thank you very much, that's very kind, dude. Yeah, I did do a really weird kind of top 10 video. It was really particular, and it was a really rough and shit put together video, but I wanted to just get the idea out there, which is basically yeah, channels that I tend to have on in the background whilst I'm doing lots of artwork. And they tend not to be art channels, although I do put on some art Twitch streamers from time to time, but more just stuff that you can leave playing and playing and playing. People who output really long videos, even though YouTube doesn't reward you for that. You know what I mean? Everything needs to be 10 minutes, 1 second, so you can get free adverts on there, and it's punchy and short, and you get promoted quicker. God, this is why I don't follow this YouTube algorithm. Do you know what I mean? This is why I don't try to tailor my channels quite so much. Because if you're constantly chasing after whatever version the algorithm is, fucking hell, sorry, losing my language. If you're constantly chasing after the algorithm, then what a horrible, hard piece of work to do. To currently, constantly stress about that. That's not what I'm about. Manly Gamer says, Yo, Mikey, bit of a weirder suggestion for the SAS, but how about somebody from Ruby? Lots of controversy about whether or not it should be considered an anime, but it's done in a close enough style, and I'm not complaining. Manly Gamer, surely you commented this last week. This feels really familiar. Like, I'm sure I've read this. In which case, yeah, some of those characters are indeed on the to-do list. And EVLG says, I kind of feel like saying you can't... Oh, I kind of feel like saying you can learn, and don't stress, it's a good mindset to have, but let's be real. Trying to draw and not being able to translate what's in your imagination onto paper can be really frustrating, and to that I say good. The fact that you feel frustrated or mad that you can't get something right means that you want to learn and you want to get better. No one ever gets mad over things they don't care about. It's about taking that frustration and channeling it into trying again. Ooh, well said, good sir. I like that. Can't tell you how many times I wasn't able to draw something and said to myself, fuck it, I'm never drawing again, only to pick up a pencil the next day and try again. Try again. Brother. Esquiel says, me gusta tus dibujos, me inspiran a seguir dibujando. I am so glad you like the drawings. Thank you very much, Ezequiel. Muchas gracias, amigo. Y amiga. And I'm really glad that it kind of gets you back into things. That's really fucking awesome. I need to... what do I need to do? I need to get some translators. I need to get somebody to... like, God forbid, whoever does it, God bless their souls, but I need to get somebody to just sit down and sit there and just translate all this bullshit I blow about my mouth into other languages. We'll get some DWMs with SAP down along the bottom. It'll be amazing. You'll love it. Espanol. Kenneth6 says, can you please draw Lilith from Borderlands 2? I don't know about Borderlands 2. I don't know what it is. Why? I've heard of it. I've seen an advert online. Red hair, big wings. We'll add her. Oh, no, they're not wings. They're like flames? One thing that I am thinking of doing, guys, is... because I've been watching loads of Twitch gamers, I need to add some... Oh, fuck, what's it called? Is it Dota? Is that... No, League of Legends. There we go. I need to start doing some fan arts of them League of Legends characters. A lot of you guys have said to do some previously, but I think this year is the year we might nail into some of those. Excuse me, I'm having a little bit of a burp. Ugh. Of course it's unedited, of course it's rough, I make no excuses. And the Def AJ Falco Pool 90 says, I like good, so that's very awesome drawing anime female girls, bro. mikeymegamega, my favourite anime drawing anime girls. Well, the text is all over the place, but I get what you're saying. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoy the drawings that we like to do around here. Keeping it interesting, walking that tightrope of YouTube appropriate content, but let's be fair, actually YouTube just limits the advertising on most of what I do now, so most of my income comes from Patreon, and like that's also why I'm trying to like build up something on Twitch, not massively, but kind of casually, because yeah, like making money on YouTube, unless you're exactly what YouTube want you to be, is really tough. And I don't want to be exactly what someone else wants me to be. I just want to be who I am. And yeah, it's a tough way to live your life, but you've got to stick to your guns, personally. Or you can just learn to be flexible in life and adapt, which is also really important. So now that I think about it, I don't know which one's more important. It's really important to adapt to changes in life, but it's also really important to be true to yourself. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't understand which one I'm supposed to do. They're both really good. Okay. Be true to yourself in the core of things, but you need to learn to be flexible in life and adapt to changing situations. There we go. Let your guiding moral principles be the backbone of your decision making, but always be aware you might need to make a new decision. There we go. We've coalesced it. Excellent. Unmovable object. In the path of the unstoppable force. We've coalesced the two together. Synergy. You heard it here first. mikeymegamega. Front page of Twitch. Top #1 UK gamer artist. 0 cries, 0 deaths. That's if anyone God, this is the worst DWM ever. Fucking hell. If anybody follows on Twitch, you'll know what I'm talking about, and I've realised that's basically 50 people, of which maybe 1 or 2 might actually listen to this. Fantastic. Anime Lovers asks, what's one of your OC another ecchi girl great? What's that? One of your original characters. Yeah, Anime Lover. I've got 2 original characters which we burst into 2018 with. There'll probably be more on the horizon. One is Danny, the Silver Elf. She's a bit younger, a bit more tsundere even. And then we've got Victoria on the top. English educated and brought up, but otherwise Russian elf. Who is like a bit more of a kind of milfy, motherly, chill character, although she's not afraid to get the gat out when she's got to. Louis Zavala says, hey Mikey, hello Louis, I hope you're doing well and I really like your videos. Thank you, good sir. Are you planning on watching any anime this season? Louis Zavala! Oh my god! I remember when I used to be able to watch anime and fit that in. I've started at the end of last year watching Boku no Hero Academia, and I do want to continue with that. There's a few anime movies that I want to watch. But I don't know, there's some really good series out there at the moment. Like, a lot of you guys know my taste. I mean, recommend whatever you want. Another one on my list was that anime, which apparently it's all about those... It's like, you know, a bit like magical schoolgirl uniform stuff. And it's really pastel-y, and these girls get into a contract with this fluffy white rabbit animal. But, like, it's to help, like, fight off demons or something, but it's really fucked up because like they have to sacrifice more than you think or something like that. So I really wanted to give that a try because apparently it's really subversive to the genre, and I do like a bit of subversion. And a lot of you guys were saying, I think it was Signs Gate. Is that a time travel one that you guys were saying gets really, really good as well? So yeah, they're kind of vaguely on my radar, but I've not yet like planned out when I'm going to sit down. There's things that I have to plan out, like I've got to, you know, do some exercise at this time of day, or I've got to make sure I get this review done before this date. I don't have any space or slots to sit down and watch anime, because now when I've got a bit of spare time, that means I've finally got some spare time to go onto Twitch and then do some artwork live, or go onto Twitch and play some video games. So where will I find this? Of course, this is one of my favourite things about this series, is stealing all of your suggestions. So if you guys can think up some great anime that you reckon I'd like, new or old, it's absolutely fine, then I need to get in. Oh shit! See, this is a thing. So I've got, as said at the beginning of this thing, I've got Record of Lodos War in this tab, and it's going to go on a list, and then maybe like 5 years down the line I'll be like, oh, I've finally gotten to Record of Lodos War, I should watch that. Some of the character art for this silver-haired, purple-haired elf images are really good. Like I'm looking at a very delicious character. That might get some fan art. Yeah, who is this silver-haired elf? She's good. That's going on a back burner for later. Excellent. Mike H even says, hey Mikey, hello Mike, hope you're doing well. Not too bad, dude. Like, life throws a few challenges, which gives you a very fucking long day. Right now, I know nobody asked, but I'm going to share anyway. Right now, my car has massively failed its MOT for a very large list of reasons. And some of, like, 2 of the reasons are basically, the garage is like, well, we don't specialise in that. We're not really sure what you'd want to do about that, but, you know, good luck. And I'm just like, oh fuck. So I don't know if it's going to cost loads of money or if it can even be fixed or if it's an inherent different problem. And I'm basically just like, oh fuck it, shall I just buy another really cheap car off eBay? As long as it lasts for about a year, I don't fucking care. So it's just a stress, like fucking car stress, and then having to walk everywhere whilst your car stress just builds up. It's a rare occurrence, doesn't happen very much each year. But I had it like about Christmas 2016, like a really fucking shit Christmas, just dealing with shit involving my car amongst other things. So I just don't want to like fall back into like those feelings, man. Tough times. and again I've realised nobody asked. Mike H, you're just being really polite. But fuck it, you're gonna get an answer. Yeah, basically I'm probably not doing that bad. I've just had a long day and I'm rambling, Mike. How the hell are you? You started drawing back in the day due to manga such as Dragon Ball, Battle Angel Alita, Saint Seiya and others, and you're wondering if I could draw Bulma or Chi-Chi in your style. Love your work, thanks for the great content. Mike H, you're welcome. Bulma is on the list. Chi-Chi, will probably have to add her in as well. And is it Android 17? You know the one. She is on the list as well. I really like that Android 17 design. I gotta hope I'm getting that number right. You know who I'm talking about if not. She always... Do any of you guys remember Die Hard 3? Die Hard with a Vengeance. And there's a bit where the guy has this mute girlfriend, like the bad guy, and she like kills guys with a knife, and she just kind of like, you know, walks around and slices people up. She always reminded me of a living embodiment of Android 17. I'm not sure if that role was played by like... She's like a foreign model who didn't speak much English, or she was like a foreign pop star or something. Anyway, some of you might know what I'm on about. Anyway. Die Hard 3 is a really good film. Die Hard is better, obviously. But Die Hard 3 is probably the second... In fact, it's probably definitely the second best one in the series. Die Hard 2 is great. Die Hard 3 is better. Die Hard 1 is the best. The others are the others. Raiden Flame says, can you do another draw of basic shapes? Raiden Flame, since your last request, you've probably seen the fact that I have done another drawing basics tutorial. So yeah, just to recap my thinking on this, guys. It is a case of... get some of these basics out of the way, do loads of other videos of course as time goes on, and just I want to basically have like maybe a couple different playlists of drawing tutorials, like the super basics if you're really new to it, the anime manga drawing tutorials, more of what we know and love, and maybe like some more specific anatomy ones, maybe slightly more cartoonish or more to a serious art vibe, which is why I've still got this big rocking back to Basics 2018 vibe like in the back of my head, and so I'm just going to sit down and work through some art books. I keep recommending Michael Hampton's figure drawing design and invention, and so I was just like, oh sod it, I emailed the guy who made that book, Michael Hampton, and I was just like, hello, I'm just some random bloke, but I really like your figure drawing book, thank you very much for putting it together. And he emailed back to me and he was like, hey Mikey, thank you very much, that's really nice to hear, I'm glad you're finding the book useful. And I was just like, oh bro. I was really pleased. Like, I've never like I don't really get in touch with people that I follow. I fanboy from like a distance. So I really like that book and it's really useful, and he emailed me back and I was like, oh that's really cool, dude. I've no idea who this guy is or what he's like, but I was very pleased, and I'm always going to pipe up and promote that book. That's all it takes to get Mikey on your side, just be nice once. Although to be fair, I did once send an email to Inoue Takehiko behind Vagabond and stuff, because I've got a really old video on this channel where I do this really long Vagabond study in the A3 sketchbook of like anyway, it's samurai cutting samurai sort of situation, and yeah, he emailed me back and he's like, oh that's really great, keep it up, come follow like my art for him. And I was just like, oh Takehiko got back to me. Oh, great times, great times. I should get in touch with more artists, but I never do. Whenever I see somebody whose art I really love, I'm just like, wow, and then I follow them, and I never try to I never want to disturb or bother them, because I've got nothing good to say. I've got, other than you're amazing, which they probably hear every day, I've got nothing to help them, so I don't want to bother them, and I've just followed them from a long way away. Although, my God, Twitch is kicking off in 2018, so I'm very, very new to it. Two of the artists that I really love following on there, I've realised haven't been on Twitch that long, or at least one of them hasn't. The other one's been there for maybe like a good 4 months. And I was like, wow, all my favourite Twitchers are really new. And then all of a sudden, like, it turns out she's probably done it ages ago as well, but Siren was on Twitch the other day, and I was just, or Siren, and I was just like, oh my god, wow, I love your work. You're live on the Twitch. Twitch is where people go now. And then I'm not paid by Twitch, by the way, to promote all of this. And then Mike Diva was on Twitch the other night with Anna Arcana, and they were just chilling out playing games. So I was like, oh my god, look, we're talking to Mike Diva and Anna Arcana. That's so fucking cool. They're just chilling out like in Mike's bedroom. And then who else was it? Oh yeah, and of course Jazz is on there as well, and it's fucking, I mean, Jazz's chat room's big, you know, we're going to talk to Jazz, but like there's loads of creators suddenly like giving Twitch a try this year. So, you know, it turns out that there's just, I don't know what it is, I think it's YouTube fucking up, but there's just been this sudden vibe where loads of artists on YouTube are just like, I'm gonna see what Twitch is like to use for a little bit. Yeah, good times. Anyway, again, sidetracking. What was the question? I'm so sorry. I've gone on a sidetrack. Yes, Raiden Flames. Yes, to tutorials. How did I go so far off topic? I have genuinely no idea how I went so far off topic. Anyway, Desert Avenger says, your tutorials are great and they help me improve a lot. Thank you very much, Desert Avenger. Also, love your thick elves. P.S. Your Spanish is really good, Mikey. Saludos desde Argentina. Wow! Bienvenido. Oh wait, that's bienvenido? Anyway, welcome, all you delicious Argentinians. I really want to go to Argentina one day, but the problem is because like through various means I have some and or little Brazilian heritage in me. Like, because if you look at Mikey, it's just like he's a little bit foreign, but I can't quite tell how. Some of it, but not all of it, is a tiny bit Brazilian. So, like, I know that, like, in Brazil, like, there's this love-hate relationship between Brazilians and Argentinians. But fuck it, I'm not part of that bag. I'd love to go to Argentina. It looks really, really fucking beautiful. That and the ladies. Lazar Wolf says, Fick, thank you very much, good sir. And Justin Artist says, love your videos. Justin Artist, love you getting all up in the comment section. Thank you for saying that. Stillbit77 says, hi, Mikey. Hello, Stillbit. I've been drawing less recently because I've just started on a new medication, haloperidol, and it makes my hands extremely unsteady, and I usually get frustrated before I finish. Have you watched Madoka Magica? It's really good. Be sure to watch it at least until episode 3. That's when the real shit starts to go down. Stillbit77! I think that's what I was trying to remember earlier when I was talking about the rabbit head, the rabbit thing that makes contracts. Madoka Magica. Thank you very much. Excellent. And dude, there are a couple other people who I tend to talk to in these series or around about the place who we've also had chats about shaky hands and like struggling with that. And yeah, it can be a real bugger to work around. I hope for whatever reason you're on the medication, you know, it helps or it works or it, you know, does whatever job it needs to do. And I wish you all the best, but it's a bit of a bugger if it's kind of pulling you away from the artwork. I can appreciate that gets a bit frustrating. I don't know, what else, like get into video games, or does that still use your hands too much, or is it a bit easier to grip a controller? Or just chill out, get into movies, start watching some shit, get some deep opinions about film and anime. Just enjoy whatever you can, because this is it. So this is what it's talking about when I was struggling with this concept earlier about be true to yourself versus be flexible. Be willing to be flexible to enjoy as much as you can out of any given moment. So if a drawing's not happening for you at the moment, get into reading the manga, get into watching the anime. There's loads of things to enjoy in life, so expand your repertoire. I'm not telling you how to live your life, dude, obviously, but I'm just having a little think about what you've said. But yeah, thank you very much for the comments, as ever. Yargamer Yami says, keep megaing on, Sir Mega Mega of the Mega Clan. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, that's what we are, the hashtag hardcore crew of the Mega Clan. Oh, we're gonna do some merchandising this year. I've done zero research. Does anybody watch Stuart Lee? Anybody? Does anybody know who Stuart Lee is? Oh, I've done no research. One in five men, 1 in 5 people around the world are called Mohammed, and that's just for women. Oh, I've done no research. Mikey's lost it again. Mikey's gone off the trail. What was I saying? Merch. Yeah, mega merch. We're gonna look at this shit. This will be something I'll worry about around about June. Is a good time to start worrying about that stuff. Merch for 2018. We're going to go big in 2018. I don't know how. I don't know what. I feel like I've got almost trepidation. I feel like 2018 is going to be a year where, like, you know, stuff gets rocked up a bit. I don't know what format. I have no idea. But I feel like something's got to change. Ramen says, I have to thank you for teaching me how to draw and improve on my mistakes until one day I draw well. I'm 19 and I'm very grateful to you. Sorry for my English. I'm Brazilian. Ramen, we got so many South Americans turning up in the chat. I'm so pleased. Hola a todos. Me gusta. Wait, I want to say Sudamericano, but it's what's South? I don't know what South is in Spanish. But me gusta. Thank you very much. And Brazilians, Argentinians, Mexicans, all the other delicious countries, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Oh yeah, it's so cool. Nicholas West. Yeah, no worries, by the way. I'm glad it helped. Nicholas West says, what do you think of people printing out someone else's art and copying it for practice? Not tracing, but just having it very close to the paper you're drawing. Nicholas West. I've talked about this in my frequently asked questions video. I'm not having a go. I don't expect you to watch all my videos. But I love doing that. I think it's a great idea. I don't print it out. I usually just leave it on a screen. But if you're trying to increase your perception skills, increase your observation, increase your understanding of what makes a picture nice, grab an artist's work that you love, look at it and try to work out, why do I love this? You know, if it's a reason other than big boobs. Maybe I love how the line of the jaw just does this. Maybe I love how, like, the hair texture is. So sit down and do your best to copy it. And that's going to force you to look at it even harder, because when you try to draw something, you really look at it, because your mind makes loads of assumptions when you just look at something and you don't focus on all of the details of someone. You just have like a glance and your brain fills in the gap. So when you try to draw something and focus on what you're drawing, you look for real. You learn for sight. You learn to see for true. That's a big thing amongst artists. Now guard yourself for true. And basically, that's only going to increase your skills. And if you start to compare it to your artwork and just think, well, it turns out what I really love are the shape of the eyes on all of these characters. So maybe I want to introduce some of that into my own style to create art that I feel really proud of. Using it to not trace, because tracing is a waste of your time. You'll learn nothing. But using it to copy and work from is a great way to build up A, your technical skill, and B, your observation skill. Copying it and uploading it and pretending it's yours, though, you're going to go to hell. Mikai Dabney says, hey Mikey, hello Mickey, a long time no see, haha, it's great to see you drawing. I also noticed a slight change in your style, I dig it. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've slightly shifted, and this is the magic of art, it's an ongoing thing. I don't know when it was. If I had to very loosely put a pin in it, I would say it was sometime around late summer of last year. But I had a little bit of a shift in my drawing style overall. I still take ages to draw, like I was having a play around and trying to find a different way to create a little bit quicker. I'll be fair, I've not found a quicker way to do it, but I have slightly changed what I do or what I think about. I'm still not where I want to be. I want to be somebody who makes, like, basically, you know, beautiful Sakimi-chan art, but slightly more like graphic, not like rude graphic, but slightly more like an anime print, but still with Sakimi-chan's, like, lush use of cute eyes and incredible light sources and stuff. But yeah, slowly just kind of finding something I'm comfortable with, wait till I've gotten used to it, and then try to push into something else. Do it in steps and stages. Nicholas West says, what do you think? Oh wait, we've read your comment. Vader the Dog says, love your art, man. Thank you very much, Vader the Dog. And Yuki Potato says, hey Mikey. Hello Yuki. Really enjoy listening to your DWMs whilst working on my first one-shot manga. It's very relaxing. Hashtag sip of coffee. Hashtag sip of rum and coke. Right back at you. I'm really glad you enjoy it. Although, again, this one is, I mean, they're all rough around the edges. This one is a particular mess. But thank you very much nonetheless. And Greatness J69 says, I've been watching your stuff for a long time and I honestly love your work. Thank you very much. I binge watch your videos and apply what you show to my work as well. I'm still working hard on the hands, feet and female figure. Don't worry, dude, you're in the right place. We're doing Back to Basics 2018. We're going to cover all of those again. And so for 2018, I'm drawing something that shows a female form in various poses to get a better understanding. As for the actual question, would you ever release a how-to book ever in the future? Keep up the amazing work. Stay awesome. Greatness J69. Thank you very much. Merchandise 2018? Maybe. How to draw a book 2019? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what the future will bring? Okami Bredren says, lol, Mikey Senpai noticed me. Follow up on my last message. The way I draw on mobile is with a phablet phone. Me on my Galaxy Note 5 Galaxy Note 5. Drawing is the main reason I got that kind of phone, and thanks to that I'm way more comfortable with drawing digitally. Well, can't be, yeah. The reason why I'm a big fan of the Galaxy range is because I first got into them because of the size of the screen, because really similar to you, I was thinking, wow, what if I had a phone I could actually do some sketches on, even if it's really rough ideas. A big screen is great. And then the second thing was, also a big screen means I can watch films on my phone. And then the third thing was, also, I'm going to put a PlayStation emulator on my phone and I'm going to play loads of Final Fantasy, which again made the big screen great. I did all of those things. I eventually, actually no, my emulator is on the Note 2. I eventually had to take the emulator off because I had 7, 8 and 9 on my phone, and I was only playing 7, and it was taking up loads of memory space, and then like the memory card died and I had to get rid of it. But yeah, God. And the thing is I'm not going to bother doing it again, because I'm probably going to put 7, 8 and 9 on the PS3, because you can buy them online now and we'll stream them on Twitch. But yeah, having Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9 on your phone is, with like an emulator, is fucking incredible, because emulators on your phone, like, you know, they put buttons on your screen that look like PlayStation buttons, but you can see through them so it doesn't ruin what you're looking at, which means it's rubbish for action games or games where you've got to be quick off the mark, and it's fucking amazing for long, slow RPG games. Like every long train journey, you can just put in a solid hour of Final Fantasy games. What a time to be alive. And to think I'd spent so much of my time a couple years ago, where is it? Somewhere deep in the folds of like drawers. I'm going a little bit off piece, but I haven't gone far. I've still got my PSP. I've got a white PSP that like I cracked, and this is before you could get like just the software to crack it. I got my PSP back when you had to and it's the slimmer model, but still an early one, where you had to get the special type of battery, and you had to like cut one of the connections on the circuit board on the battery after you open it up, and you have to draw in a new connection with a lead pencil on the circuit board, and then like you go into like the whatever beta developer thing on the phone, and then change loads of, on the PSP, and change loads of stuff. So I had a cracked PSP with loads of PlayStation 1 games on a memory card. That was amazing. But then a year later, I finally got myself a technology phone, and I just had a phone with all my PlayStation games. So I was like, this is even better. What a time! What a time to be alive. What a time indeed. This is what I love about DWM episodes, like, as well as reading your comments and saying hello, because sometimes it feels a bit shitty if you upload loads of videos and I don't like answer loads of comments and stuff, especially when the early crowd get involved and people say hi. So this is nice for me because I get to see what is actually going on with you guys as an audience and say hello. But I also really like it because even after I have a shit day at work, once I get like into the flow of the DWMs, I'm way happier. I just feel in a much better mood. To be fair, thinking about Final Fantasy games helps improve my mood a lot. But yeah, even just right now, between the very beginning of the episode, maybe the rum and coke's helping as well somewhat. But even now, it's bloody lovely seeing what's going on. Anyway, let's not get too softy-feely, shall we? Vomulac1 says, I only just discovered your channel. Desperately trying to learn to draw, so loving your videos. Cheers. You're welcome, Vomulac1. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're finding it useful. And Scholl says, or Skoll, says, yo Mikey, yo Skoll. I have a problem with my art and it's been really getting to me lately. Whenever I attempt to draw as normal, I get really frustrated and stop almost immediately as soon as I start. I've tried taking breaks and coming back, but it doesn't seem to solve anything. I don't want to stop drawing for too long, otherwise I feel like I'd lose all of the skills I've spent in the past year building up. What should I do? Skoll, don't stress. If you don't have to meet a deadline for any particular reason on any projects, come away from your artwork, go hang out with your mates, go play football, do whatever you want. Come back to it later once you're completely refreshed. Make sure when you're going to sit down to draw some art, you need to be relaxed, alright? I don't know, meditation, chill out, or you've just woken up. Make sure you're somewhere where you're not going to get disturbed, you're somewhere cool and quiet. Maybe don't put some music on for once, and maybe literally just chill out with a paper and pen and sit down to your artwork. Or equally, just get yourself on the old Pinterest and keep looking at loads of delicious art pictures. There's so many on there, until you just really feel that you're massively juiced up and stimulated to want to put the pencil to the paper. Serin US Squid? Serious Squid? Hello, Mikey. I don't know how to read your name, good sir. I noticed that you use Photoshop to draw, and I only just started using a drawing tablet. I don't own one, not yet, to do my little drawings of original characters, but I noticed that there are some things that you can use that I have no idea how to use or find. For example, when you use a paintbrush, a weird window pops up with different kinds of brushes along with different kinds of strokes. I don't know if it's because of the place I go doesn't have all of the icons and extras in Photoshop app. Read more. Or if I'm just a dumb girl trying to get into something way over my head. I've always drawn traditionally pen, pencil, or paper, but I have a deviant art now and I want to upload good quality artwork. Please help. Thank you. P.S. I enjoy your art and stuff and makes me want to start drawing how I used to. Thank you very much, Serious Squid or Siren Squid. Erin Squid? I don't know. Erin US Squid. No, I can't read it. So on Photoshop, when I'm using the paintbrush tool, I just right click and it brings up that dialog box where you change the size of your brush nibs and change its hardness and settings and stuff. I tend not to use preset brushes myself. I'm constantly, which isn't a smart thing by the way, I'm not gloating, it's an idiot's path, but I constantly just go in and out of that dialog box and do all of my brush setting changes there, even though fucking texture shape command tool keeps fucking me over. Anyway, it's completely sidetrack. I'm swearing when I'm trying to help you. So on the app, I don't know, are you talking about like having Photoshop on your phone? Because I know that there's something like that now, or something similar. So maybe you don't have that with a toned down phone version, or if you're using it on like an iPad or something like that. But it's going to be in brush or brush settings, or pen and pen nib settings is hopefully when you can find that. And of course I hope your art sharpens up nicely accordingly. Calvin says, Mikey, even my mum is hyped about you reading my comments saying that you look like a model. She was happy all day. I forgot about that. It completely charmed me. No, I don't. But again, very, very charming. I'm glad you liked it. And Kurakami says, hey, Mikey, I'll try and keep this short. Anywho, I feel like I just started following you yesterday, even though it's been over a year. And I'm only now commenting on a DWM. Welcome. Lurkers are welcome. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to comment if you don't want to. It's a safe place. But if you want to get involved in the chat, come say hi. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sorry, I went on a weird accent. I need to thank you for being a great teacher. I'm not a great teacher, but thank you. And for still reading comments even at 200k subs. Mate, you gotta fucking... Don't forget your audience, man. They're the people who make you. They're important. If you ever see the States, if you're ever visiting the States in the Boston area, I'd happily buy you around. Also, I think going back to basics is a great idea. Hashtag hardcore crew. Get me a pint. I'm well up for that. P.S. Have you ever seen Asia Ladowska's work? If not, I highly recommend you do. Here we go. This is what it's all about. Stealing your suggestions. Asia Ladowska. Google. New tab. Image search. Dude! What good timing. I started following her on Instagram literally like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, love her work, absolutely. And it's all like very fresh in my mind because I've only just started checking her out. Yeah, I love that. Oh, it's so delicious. So delicious, all her anime girls. What does she use? Like a pen with an incredibly thin nib. Like if you look at her work, it's a lot of it is pen strokes, but it must be like a 0.00 something to just actually get that. And she just must build it up so slowly and patiently. Maybe use a few Copic markers here and there. Oh, great suggestion. I'm already on it. Let me just sip some more drink quietly and have a little burp. So, excuse me. This is what happens when you force down a massive dinner because you haven't eaten all day, because you've had a long bloody day, and then try to talk immediately. You just burp a lot into the microphone. Menma Onyx says, can you please make tutorials about clothes for male and female, like proper normal clothes? Menma Onyx, yes, that's always on the list. All I've done is skirts so far. Tight shirts, loose shirts once, ages ago. It's not a very good tutorial, but we'll do more, don't you worry. And Vane Tom says you should start a Picato stream or a Discord server yourself. Also, your skills could be of use for budding and growing artists like me. Yeah, I hope my skills are of use. Maybe start a lesson plan for new and upcoming artists. That would be nice to try. Lesson plan. Oh, I like the sound of that. To be fair, though, that's something I might end up, because that's quite involving. That might be something I do for patrons on Patreon, like have like a lesson term or something like that. But there's no point me pretending to be a teacher if I don't have the skills I want to have first. So a little bit of Mikey progress needs to be made before we start getting all cocky and investigating. Now, if I bloody love you for the idea. What's Picato? I keep forgetting. Discord. I have a Discord. I'm the owner of the Discord. I've been in there once or twice. My mods on Twitch run my Discord channel for me. I never go in there. I'm not even going to pretend I often go in there. It's a really cool crowd. For 2 times I've been in, it looks great. But I never have the time to go in. It's so bad. I do need to go in there and check it out. I need to make sure it's safe for work, because I can't have a Discord to my name if things are getting a little bit too naughty in there. Oh, hello. So I'm just checking my phone. Now's not really the time to do that, is it? Okay, let's turn it off. And Akif Ayman says, give this guy a better camera. Akif Ayman, we've got a good camera now, have we? Oh, I got a webcam, dude. I've got Logitech webcam, so I'm no longer recording on my phone camera anymore, which is great. So thank you very much for saying, but thanks to the patrons on Patreon. I need to put up there that was a target, but we've already broken. I got a Logitech USB webcam. We're streaming these days. It's great for as long as I'm in this house, which might not sadly be for particularly long. It's a little bit unknown as to how much longer I'm going to be living where I'm currently living. But as long as we're doing this, the streaming and stuff and thing and the equipment gets better until I'm out of my Todge and I probably have to sell loads of junk and just really streamline the things that I have for the sake of the things that I love. Red Alfuria says, Mikey, draw Earth-chan. I know Earth-chan. We could do that. Although, to be honest, I want to do Tide Pod-chan first. And Chaotic Gaming says, Mike, can you do tutorials about males? I can, I have, and I will do more. I appreciate the strong majority are still the women. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're coming up towards the end-ish. We're not completely at the end, but we are coming close. Dark Luke 321 says, hey Mikey, hello Dark Luke. I've been subbed for a month or 2. Welcome. Love the work you do. Thank you very much. And can you draw some My Hero Academia? Boku no Hero. Yeah, like I was saying earlier in this particular DWM, I need to smash my way through watching the first season of the anime, and then we can turn around and start doing some of those characters. And Hamongchi Lee says, hey Mikey, been following you for about 4 years. Hamongchi Lee, 4 years. I've been... we're coming up to my 3rd anniversary, I think, of YouTubing. I think. I've probably had an account for 4 years. I've probably had an account for about 5 years. But I haven't uploaded any, been doing the old YouTube since, oh fuck. It can't have been 4 years. No. We're coming up to year number 3. Or we're coming up to year number 4 and I'm terrified about how old I am and I've completely forgotten. Anyway, what are you saying, dude? For about 6 years I couldn't draw and even hated it, but now I found my inspiration once again. I plan on trying to become a DC comic book artist once I get better, but I think it's coming along quite well. Good stuff, good sir. A lot of it's muscle memory and moments when you draw it and think, holy shit, that's how that works. Hashtag hardcore crew. Yeah, that is true. The amount of times you're just like, oh, I remember this. Nice. Yanda says, hey Mikey. Hello Yanda. I was just wondering, what's your work? Like your job? Also great episode. Thank you very much. I have a day job in an office, Yanda. It is fine. The people there are really great. When it's busy, it's a fucking long thing to do. And I'm always late. I'm always doing YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm barely in on time. And I get shit for it all the time. So currently I'm coming into work getting shit for it. And I've talked to my manageress and I'm just like, look, I need to go part-time. I can't do this full-time because I'm quite busy outside of work. I don't tell her that I'm doing stuff on YouTube and Twitch, but I just explain I'm quite busy. And she's like, no, we're not letting anyone go part-time. Things are going really well. We're trying loads of new stuff. It's this massive business. I won't tell you what it is. But we're trying loads of new things for next year. So we need even more people in, and we're getting in more temps and training as many people as we can. And I'm just like, well, for fuck's sake, you're not going to have me at all if you end up firing me because I'm late all the time because, you're wearing me out. So I don't know what we're going to do there. Mikey needs to look for a part-time job. Something like that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Kawaii Cookie says, yay at this art stream. Yay, right back at you, Kawaii Cookie. I hope, of course, this time around you guys are liking the Witcher pictures and Geralt. And Tom on Toast says, silent viewer no longer. Hello. Hello, Tom on Toast. Wow, thanks for shaking off the shackles of silent oppression and welcome to the interactive part of the DWM. It's a pleasure. Paola Malondalo says, I really like your videos, Mikey. Paola, thank you very much. That's very kind. And Rossman Ultra says, Mikey Mega Ham Jam. What? Lols, but I really want a commission for you, a character art, but I'm sure it's not open yet. Yeah, some other people have been messaging me again. And somebody's been messaging me on Patreon as well. Commissions are still not open. I'm still not doing commissions, guys. I don't have the time. I really don't. I have to focus on getting them videos out, living what remains of my actual life and fitting it in. I do want to do commissions, but the thing is just It's about how rewarding it is versus is it worth working for somebody else, even if you're just doing somebody a commission. So there's a lot to think about from the point of view of a selfish artist who has very little spare time. I have to be really picky about where I put it. Let's see what the future holds. And Manny Keizu says, also, can you do a tutorial on how to digitally paint? Manny Keizu, we'll get there. I want to investigate digital painting at the latter part of this year. I've got a very loose plan about the basics in the starting half. Back to some anime stuff early summer, late summer, some different types of anatomy tutorials for artists I've got on the back of my mind. And then winter period of this year, I want to get into like play around with painting styles, like Leosh and Ciaran and all those absolute heroes out there, just to see what that's about and see if it's something that I have any knack to whatsoever. So there's a load of things art-wise I want to do. We'll see how we go, and I'm sure some digital painting tutorials will fall out of the back of it. Right, you delicious people, you lovely guys, you childish Gambinos, you we are Al Pacinos. Don't ask me where I'm going with that, I have no idea. On Twitch, we've been playing a lot of Guess That Film, and sometimes it gets like really rubbish. It's all my own fault, but like really, really bad. Like Lieutenant Dan, something but mine. Fuck, why does that make me so happy? Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. So let me say, as ever, a great big thank you, lovely people, for following along. Whether you've lurked in the back of this video and have just watched it, or just wanted to see what I happened to be drawing this week and only clicked in it for a second, in which case you're probably not here listening to this, but that is fine. Thank you very much for even just giving those videos a click. It's all these tiny little things that help Mikey out. If you sat down and actually listened to this because you're getting your own artwork done in the background, or some other stuff, you're just killing time, or maybe you're just folding clothes and leaving this on at your desktop computer, thank you very much. If you've made it to this part, you are the hashtag hardcore crew. I bloody love you guys for it. Get yourself a cup of tea, have yourself a lovely evening, and of course, let me stop for a delicious moment and say an extra great big thank you to all of those patrons on Patreon. I've got it prepared on another tab. As you know, we do free stuff on the channel, obviously. All my tutorials and stuff are free. And as mentioned a bit earlier, the only reason I'm still able to do this is for reals, is because I've got loads of support on Patreon from patrons, which is fucking awesome. So if you ever want to help Mikey out, as little as $1, $2 a month, you get rewards for doing so. You get like some of my artwork back. And that way, because it's such a small amount, hopefully it's sustainable. Like, maybe some of you out there, a lot of you can't afford it, that's fine, like, absolutely. But some of you out there, maybe you're earning them big bucks, you want to just let just $2 a month come to Mikey, he'd bloody love you for it. And that, you can kind of let that roll and roll. I've got like loads of patrons on here who are the $10 plus crew. You're probably seeing them on the screen right now. And then we've got the $20 crew, who are absolute fucking heroes, but I know some people can't really afford $20 every month, and they just pop in for a bit to get access to all of the $20 rewards, because you get the full history, and that again is totally fine. I appreciate any and all of it. Have I just gone on a massive Patreon ramble? I'm doing so many rambles today. Anyway, what I meant to say was an extra great big thank you to Fur, Thomas C, Shinobu, Jizahaki, Hamongchi L, Blue Mercy Studios, John D, Cogleaf, Racy, The Clamps, TAVR, Joe R, Kyrie A, Ryder2KX, Josh, Michael S, Trent H, Adam D, Luke C, Wes B, Steve R, Julio Felix O, Savon S, Jamie, Carlos R, Taylor S, Jake Y, Furry Friend, Rory A, Dave W, Quay Joseph, Christian L, Gabriel R, Minion 715, ICZ, Adam T, and Nikolai HH. You guys are absolute champions. Your support means the world to me, and thank you very much again. When it comes to January, I'll let you guys in on some Patreon real speak. You get a lot of people who drop out your Patreon. It happens at the end of the month a lot as well. It's just the nature of the beast. Because a lot of people at the start of the year, like, you lose a lot of money over Christmas. That's just life, and people are knuckling down and streamlining. No worries at all. Thank you very much for all of the support, even the people who've recently left, as well as for new joiners. I love you all nonetheless. Have yourselves a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.